Hello, hello, you beautiful soul. So I was sitting here this morning with Spirit, and a million trillion messages were coming through. So I thought I would just pull some cards and see what comes through. I know some of you guys love a good card pull, and why not? I love to play. So I I love you guys. I'm gonna start with just see what the heck, which direction we're gonna go. And being impulsive is what I'm seeing. First out, impulsive. Who is this that's being impulsive? Got a glow up and some healing. Interesting. Whoa. New opportunity. Level up. Interesting. What is this being impulsive? Fake friends. Okay. Fake friends. Being impulsive. A new opportunity. So I'm seeing somebody got some fake friends. Somebody got some fake friends around here. Someone who might be experiencing a glow up, and you've been healing, leveling up in your life. And I'm getting, for some of you, maybe even like putting yourselves out there more, like, just being more present, right? I'm sensing a lot of presence, strong presence. So I'm seeing that you are being sensed, felt, heard, seen within a community or a group in which you have received a new opportunity or are receiving a new opportunity. And we have some fake friends over here. The steps back are part of the dance. Interesting. Take a leap. Okay. So, spiraling. I was thinking about that earlier, actually, the spiraling and how nothing's linear and we just revolve around. I've had so many people actually ask me, even in the comments, like, how do you do, all these things? It's like, well, personally for me, my switch from one thing to another is rapid. Rapid transition from one thing to another, right? And it's just like doop, right there. And but being able to just kind of go all the way around and spiral around and hit all these things, by being able to shift your focus so quickly. And it's part of the dance, right? you want to If you want to be a good dancer, you got to learn how to shift around, you know what I'm saying? And you're not always going to be moving in a straight line. You're going back and forth in all these different directions. So maybe some of you guys have been a little impulsive in terms of accepting back in fake friends. Like maybe you had faith, or you've seen change and growth in a person, because I've experienced this so many times, I can tell you, where I'm like, oh yeah, cool, they get it, and then you go back and hang out with them and then you're like, they're almost there. And like it's not that you don't love them and don't want to spend time with them. It's just that you understand that you have to protect your energy, right? And you understand resonating and being in alignment, you know and so that doesn't mean that we just cut everybody off because they don't resonate or like align with us or resonate. We can love people from afar, but there's something about you that inspires people, and the spirit is asking you to believe in miracles. And I think that if you're listening to this message, you already do, right? Maybe you're just feeling a little bit of doubt for a moment. And I'll remind you that miracles do exist. You have a very strong intuition, and the grass will be greener. The grass will be greener this time. This is different. There's something different here. And I think that's what's happening. Maybe some of these fake friends are seeing um, your rapid growth, right? Your rapid ascension, your rapid development, healing, all of these things. Your guides are with you. Oh, that's so sweet. Um, People have been witnessing your level up, and it can be learn to trust. It can be hard for other people to watch someone win sometimes. Some people are just sore losers. They simply just weren't taught to accept what is, right? And you, I feel like, are learning to trust and accept what is and what isn't. And in terms of friends, family, work, romantic people or whatever, like anything, random guy down the street, the people at the corner store, I don't know, anywhere, everywhere. Um, let's see, I kind of wanted to pull some tarot, uniting souls. I always love to see that. Yeah, I feel it's triggering, right? It's triggering whenever, for people, whenever they see somebody win sometimes. I mean, it just is. It just simply is. Some people really have a hard time watching other people win. And it's unfortunate, but it happens. It happens. And you just have to give them, grace and compassion, and understand that these people only do this because they were never taught how to celebrate their own victories, or maybe they were never celebrated, right? So they don't even know what that looks like. So if anybody needs a little dose of compassion, there it is. Like, we have to realize and always remember that some people simply don't know what things look like, right? Until you show them. And that's why it is so important for us to have these glow ups, these level ups, these, ascensions, these um, opportunities presented to us, because we show people by example what it looks like to, right? Fill in the blank, anything, to live in the spirit, right? Walk with integrity, in truth, no matter what. And by doing that, it just sheds away all the yucky stuff. And in that shedding, it allows space for your bloom, and your release. I saw that earlier. That came up, that word, that word, a no just popped out. If someone was just asking a question, um, I feel like it was a no. And then a reach out. Maybe somebody wants to reach out to you, or maybe you feel like you should reach out to somebody. Yeah, and this is for somebody too. Run yo ass and go clear the air. Reach out to somebody and just clear the air. Sometimes it feels good. And that's another thing that we get to lead by example, is what it looks like to just take accountability and responsibility for your own actions, right? And your growth, and express to other people, like, hey, I appreciate you for teaching me this lesson. And, I apologize for causing any harm or confusion, or, whatever, projecting my stuff onto you, right? And so I know a lot of us were not ever taught how to do this, how to clear the air, how to, initiate these healing and releasing, clearing, confirming conversations, right? And just own up and say, hey, I I could have done better. I see where I can do better moving forward, and I wish to honor that. But I also wish to honor you and your part in my process, and just accept you for you, and the same in return, like, love you. I'm so, just apologize, right? Sometimes we owe people an apology. And it's not even that like you you owe anybody anything. It gets to a point where it gets so heavy on your heart where you're like, I can't go another day without this person understanding um what I, learned or have grown from, or, you know, to affirm to them or validate, when it comes from like the truest of of like your heart and your soul, and you're like, this person deserves to hear this, right? This person deserves to know that while I, I don't have to have you in my life every day, or if I do choose to have you in my life every day, we can be cool. I see you, I love you, I appreciate you, thank you. And moving along, right? Like flowing and not staying stuck or stagnant in energies, and you're at this point whenever you can give an apology, if you feel like you need to apologize for something, or not even an apology, just an expression of gratitude, right? And like, lesson. You do this without expecting anything in return, right? Like, you offer your peace and you just give it as offering. You're just like, here's this, right? And you just let them go about their merry way. And regardless of if this person, reaches back out to you, that's for them, and sometimes clearing the air is ceremony, you know it's truly a ceremony. Like, I feel like everything is ceremony. I feel like our whole lives is ceremony, and we should treat it as such. But um things are getting weird, but they're getting right. We love that. You feel something changing. Yeah, we definitely feel it. I love this so much. I love this energy. I feel like this collective, whoever this message is for, like, you believe in miracles, right? You are a miracle. you know, you are a miracle. And that's why you have such a strong desire to walk in integrity and align yourself with the truth, because in order for us to truly be in alignment and walk in integrity is for us to know the truth of our soul, right? And this collective knows the truth of their soul. And people in your life, in your reality, have known it too on a soul level, which is why you were likely treated different or singled out within you know, your community, or even put on a pedestal and then bullied, you know, like put on stage and bullied. That happens too. We experience all of these different ways of being singled out, or feeling like, we don't belong. And it's not that we don't belong, it's that we we came here to show the way, right? You come here to show the way, and it makes people really, really, really uncomfortable. And the reason that it makes them uncomfortable is their programming, right? It just, you irritate and you agitate their programming, but their soul on the inside, and this is what, makes you such a paradox, is that people's soul inside loves you, right? Their soul sees you as liberation, their soul sees you as freedom, but their wounded ego and their mental, emotional programming is telling them to resist. So love everybody, and some people from a distance, because at the end of the day, your energy is worthy of protection, and your vessel is worthy of protection, and your soul is so worthy of protection. And I love you. You're amazing, and you're beautiful, and you're needed, and you're powerful, and you're wanted, and you know all these things, but I just came here to remind you.